Yeah, welcome. Uh, these paint trim layout videos are not going to go really fast. I can tell you that right now. So if you're looking for, a lot of progress to take place, it's probably not going to happen really fast. I've been thinking about this. I don't want to. I don't want to clutter up my airplane with my AMA number. And on my other Thunderbolt, I had my AMA number ghosted in the flap here. And I'm not going to be able to do that because my ailerons are going to be red and white stripes along with my rudder. So in order to do this, I've decided that if this thing is 7 inches tall, good evening, Don. Yep, it's 5 inches tall. If I have 5 inches on the rudder, which I think I do, I'm going to stand my AMA number up in 1-inch letters on the rudder. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to lay it out and see how it works. I'll cut the numbers and we'll stick them on to see if it's going to work. And I do have enough room. We got 7 inches. 7 inches. 7 by 1. So what I planned on doing was reverse masking them. Good evening, Mark. So let me turn on my plotter. Let's see here. Now, I did this once before, but see here again, I don't use this program enough to remember how to do these things. So I got to dink around. So we're going to turn on the Cuts-A-Lot Pro. We'll get that going. And what I'll do is I'll open this up here. Now this is not a Cuts-A-Lot Pro tutorial, I'll tell you that right now. But we'll let you look at the progress, what's going on here. Hopefully I don't pull that out. Stupid thing. Now I need a military font. Sorry about that. What's going on here? Why won't that? There we are. Okay, so I need to type out a military font in an up and down fashion. So how the heck do I do that? I forgot how to do that. I need 2 of them that way. Let me zoom this in so we can see what we're doing. View. Zoom in. Control plus. Control plus. Okay. Get to the top here. Now I want to type check. get the toolbar over there. Shoot. Get this toolbar. Come on now. I'm running so many things on this little laptop, and I'm trying to do it from across the room. It don't like to operate that way. So we got tools. This will only take a second once I figure it out. And orientation. There we go. Okay. So now, let's put that back up so I can see what's going on. All right. So I want to type some text in here. I know I have military fonts in here. 1, 2, 3, 6, 6. But the orientation, arrange, no, that ain't it. Try again. Text, that's what I want, text. So let's do this. Appearance. No. Path, cut, paste, delete, group, ungroup, break apart. Let's change them to military font first. Of course, it's over there. FG, HIJK, LNOP, QRS, HIJK, LM, we're almost there. LM, MI, need blocks. Maybe I'll have to look for it on the, I can use those, I suppose. So, now what do we want to do here? We want to break them apart. Object. Transform. Move. Yeah, it's a bummer. Like I said, it's not, this ain't gonna happen real fast. Let's try this. Enter. Shit. Won't do what I want it to do. Edit. Preferences. Let's try that. Warning, grid, edit. Nudge. No, that ain't it. Cancel. Come on. Good evening, everybody. No need to keep saying that. Hello, everybody. Let me move this. I'm going to move this window to the other window so I can see what's going on. There we are. All right. So now I got to get this back up. Cuts a lot. I know there's a way to do this easily. It just doesn't want to do it for me easy. Enter. So we'll do it like this. Okay. So we'll group all this. Object. Let's center them up. That didn't work. Come on, you. That ain't gonna do it. I guess I'll do it by eye. I just want to get a glimpse of what it's going to look like, so I'll just do it by eye and be done with it. It's hard to believe that I can do it faster by eye than a computer can do it. That's why I hate computers. They're a pain in the butt. So we need this. And we'll make a text box here. Let's see what this box needs to be. It needs to be 1 inch wide. There we go. That's 9 inches. We want to go to 6. That's good enough. Make this text box with no color, none. I'll work on it off camera to get it absolutely perfect, but I just kind of want to see if it's going to work and how it's going to look. How big is this letter? It's not big enough anyway. These are 073, so we need them 1 inch tall. Need it 1 inch tall. 0. And we need it, let's see, I made this box 1 inch, so we'll make it 3/4. Close enough. Oh, crap. Height is 1 inch. One inch. We're gonna have to fake that one. Don't look right either. Like I say, I'll work on this off camera, but I want to see what it's going to look like. And the height is 1 inch. Height is 1 inch. 1. Not going to work. Height is 1 inch. If it works, it'll be a miracle. Height 1 inch. Copy. Paste in place. Yeah, I guess I got it. Yeah, we'll nudge it over. Down a little bit. Nudge it up. Pull it down. We want to make the height 1 inch. There we go. 1 inch. Okay, there we go. We have a mock-up of what I need to do. This is not the final version, but it'll give me the mock-up what it's going to look like. So let's cut this out. Delete. Want to grab this, link it. Object. Group. Want to center that. Center this one. Okay. Object group. Sorry about taking so long doing this, but I mean, you guys wanted to see what I got to go through. So let's put it to the side. All right, let's cut it out. Stroke color is black, none. Fill, none. No, stroke, There we go. All right, let's cut it out and see what it looks like. All right, sorry about taking so long to do that, but that's part of the process for me. Actually, that's going to work out great. And we'll stick it on the airplane, see what it's going to look like. I got my tape today. I might just use those fonts anyway. Or I'll look for some military fonts. So my thought was, this will all get done on Saturday. Let me close this out. File, save, number, save project as. Save that in the P-47 folder. And numbers 1, 2, 3, 6, 6. There we go. Save and close. Okay, now I can see what you guys are doing. Now, that program has the thing to center it. I just don't want to take so long to find it. So what I'm going to do here, to get a visual of what this is going to look like. God, I can't even move in here. I don't have any room. I'm sick of this bullshit. This place is not built for model building. Yeah, I think I'll probably just use this font. It's not a block font, military font, but it'll be fine. So my idea was to get this thing taped out for the white and blue for Saturday. Now there's going to be a whole lot more than white and blue on this, big greens and yellows and stuff. But I can only do 2 colors a day. It's not like I can do exactly what I want. What I do with the scissors over there. Now it's going to be insignia blue on white. We'll do blue and white on Saturday. I'll get the rondelles laid out. But I don't want to stick this stuff on until about, I could probably start sticking it tomorrow. I don't want it on for days. So this is basically just the planning stage. We're going to have my numbers right there like that. So this will be a navy blue stripe with white numbers and red and white stripes going this way. Now that my original 07 Thunderbolt, it took 3 months to finish. So, like I say, this is not going to be a fast process, but in this interim of this, we're going to be working on the half-8 Cobra while I'm monkeying with this stuff. But I got to kind of get an idea of where this stuff's going to go. So how's that look? You think that'll be fine? I think it will be. Can't move. Got no room. Can almost touch the walls here. So that's good there. Let's get out the rondelle and pick that out and see what that's going to look like. We'll do fuselage rondelle. So how would I do that? I would do that. I'd pick those out. And cut that off. Okay, let me do that. Pick it out on the table. I don't want to pick it out on my airplane. There's so much shit here. I'm gonna have to do a remodel of where I got my stuff at. Somehow boxes or something. I gotta condense this stuff somehow. Aggravating. Boy, this took a while to clean this up so it looks halfway decent. Now there's a formula for doing this stars and bars, and I have yet to see it done correctly on any model airplanes. Just like there's a formula for block letters on airplanes for stroke and width. But I ain't going through all that because I got the computer. We'll let that go. Because all those airplanes that I painted, F-14s, there ain't no decals. It's all painted on. Let's see what this looks like. Now, this is a different color blue, but that's okay. We'll get the idea of where my Thunderbolt is going to intersect the fuselage. Been on 31 minutes, I got nothing done. Now this pattern here, yeah, we're not going to have a red stripe in it. Like Don says, that's after World War II. Beginning of the war, this was just a star with a red circle, or star with a blue background and a red stripe around the edge, but I don't think that's very attractive, so we're going to do the later war markings. I got some swastikas that we're going to put for the kills. Little red, it's a little red flag with a swastika in it to show the number of kills. We'll make him an ace anyway. Okay. This is not perfect, but it will give me an idea. Placement of the Thunderbolt. I'm not going to do one on the wing because that's just a waste of plastic to do the one on the wing. So, I got two here. See how to do these. Hello, Jim. Yeah, this is the fun stuff. How you do these is that's reversed. I have to paint the white first and then lay the star on top of it and the bars and then paint the blue. Looks to me like it's not on straight because it's not. It's gonna have to be like that. Too much. A little bit. Okay. Yes, I have the right markings. The right markings after 43. But this airplane is older than that. Like I say, it had a rondelle, just a round star like so, when they first came out. All right, so it looks like we're going to have to nix the Thunderbolt that goes all the way to the tail because there's not enough room here. I was going to do the Thunderbolt, then zag it, and then run it all. I mean, I could run it over the top, I suppose, because that's down by the intercooler there, so I can't go down any farther. It gets a green stripe here, and this silk band, it's about ready to start taping. It's tightened up pretty good. But I think that AMA number there, it does meet the qualifications. Fin or rudder, 1 inch tall. So I shouldn't get dinged for that. I don't know that I want any scallop back here. I mean, these airplanes weren't very flashy. They were kind of drab. But I do want some squadron markings on it that are different. So what I might do is I saw a Thunderbolt. We're going to do the checkerboard, and I decided to go ahead and do checkerboards on the wingtip. I didn't want to, but I will because it looks so flashy. Wingtip, so it'll be the tip of the stab in checkerboards, the wingtips of checkerboards, red and white stripes here, a red stripe here, a green stripe walkway, and then a red. I don't know why it's red back there, but they're all red back there. And then what I'm thinking, and it'll be green on top here, and I'm not sure that I'm going to go green behind the canopy or not, but it'll be green on top right here for the anti-glare. And as far as the cowl goes, checkerboards with a yellow nose ring, and then instead of running all the way back to the back, I guess maybe I'll just go one scallop back this way to like the trailing edge here to add some color to that nose. Not Bob Pardue. I went to Southern Museum on Friday to see if they had a P-47. No luck. They don't have a P-51 either. I don't know where the Southern Museum is. They have one in the Air Force Museum here in Dayton, according to Danny. Let's see here. I got some tape today. Gotta have the good stuff. You can't get it. You can't get this tape at the paint store or the hardware store, anywhere cheaper than you can get it on Amazon. This works out to about $3.10 a roll. You can't get it that cheap in the store. I'm just going to simulate the white stripes here. There's a lot of thought that goes into this stuff, really. Maybe I won't like it like this. I don't know. So let's step back and look at it and see if I'm going to like that. That's red and white, not yellow and gray. That'll look good. You don't want to make, PT19s, and a lot of the trainers had that red and white striped rudder. My first Thunderbolt had the red and white striped ailerons. I think I'm going to do that for the simple fact it makes it easier. That's a pretty easy lick to do red and white stripes. The checkerboards, however, I'm not sure they're going to look good. I'm going to have to do up a stencil of checkerboards, lay them on there with the stripes. It might be too busy on the wingtips. So it's either going to get one or the other. If it gets checkerboards, it may not get these red and white stripes back here. Let's see. What did I do on my other? Oh, I just had a red band this way. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and leave these off and just do the checkerboard wingtips. Very hard to do. I mean, you think it sounds easy, but because this is a compound turn, it's hard to get that stuff to lay down on there, right? Because what happens is it'll blow under the stencil, and then you got haze, and then you got guys like Jim Lynch. Hey, what are you gonna do about that? It's a continual fix. So let's see what the yellow stripe down the side of the fuselage is going to look like. Now, you guys probably can't see what I see here because I'm laying this paint job out in my mind's eye, what I want it to look like. Remember when I showed you that block of wood? I go, hey, what do you think of my Thunderbolt? Well, I just cut away everything that didn't look like a Thunderbolt. So this nose will be yellow. And of course the line won't be straight. It'll be, arced. And it'll taper. That's what I'll do. I'll do one. It won't be a lightning bolt. It'll just be a scallop. So it'll be yellow nose back that way. The green top, the checkerboard's in behind this. So we gotta leave that off. I gotta have an inch for exhaust flaps, so the checkerboards will only be that wide, be 3 inches wide. Then the cowl flaps get painted and inked. See, then there's that turn there. Yeah, I think I about got a paint job laid out in my head. I mean, I had an idea what I wanted to do before. I got to make sure this coincides with the rudder. Do I want to go all the way down with that? No, we'll stop at the top. And I'll go all the way down with white. So those stripes on the back will go all the way to the bottom of the fuselage. It'll carry on down here like that. This line will go down. This is in blue with white numbers. This is white with red stripes down this way. So this weekend, what I'm going to try to do, I have to get these rondelles on before I can start inking. So I need to come out with a game plan of what I'm going to paint white. The tips. That ain't square. Come on now, get off there. Let's see how close my eye is to square. Not even. Yeah, maybe. I don't want that much on there. Yeah. Then this flap goes to the center. Okay. Boy, all them angles will really fool your eye. But it didn't fool my eye on that. Looking at it from the front, it looks like it's way out. It's only about a 1/16 out. So that's what'll get painted white right here, checkerboards. And that peels away. The flap goes this way to the center, which is this hinge line right here. The aileron, the flaps are here. That ink line goes there. Now, these things are subject to change at any given time. I may not like it. You know, I'll lay it out and look at it and go, wow, I don't want to do that. But for the paint I'm going to add, it'll be negligible. You won't be able to read it. The clear is what's going to add. And I'm not going to make my 64 ounce weight limit. It's going to be 65, 66 ounces, but that's still pretty good for this size airplane. I got too much stuff. I gave up an ounce on the pilot and the canopy and all that stuff. If I'd did a wood canopy and no pilot, it'd be an ounce lighter or better. And you just everything you add is just more and more and more weight. But this is what I want. I want a nice warbird. And go through all this work. Yeah, there's something I want to tell you guys. Go through all this work and take it out, and it may not fly worth a damn. But it's a piece of artwork. Something nobody else has got. One off. It's got all it has all the right numbers that I know of. It should work fine. It's basically Billy's rudder and layout with my wing in it, which is basically a modified Bill Warridge wing. This is a USA 1 that's a 1/4 inch thicker. And it's not a beam wing, it's a C-tube lost foam wing. Now, believe it or not, Billy had an airplane this size that weighed 48 ounces. How the heck he does that stuff, I have no clue. That's that red Thunderbolt he had with a beam wing in it. PA-61, or maybe it was a 51, so much lighter stuff. This heavy iron, you give up a lot of weight for the big power plant. But Billy's model, just like this one, weighs 53 ounces. How the hell he does it, I got no clue. And it's finished nice. It's a nice model. Well, that's going to wrap it up for tonight. I appreciate you guys coming by and looking at my mad scientist stuff, getting this ready for trim layout. We'll do something tomorrow night. I'll probably start taping and get the paper on it and everything. So when I go over to John's, just put it on the paint stand, shoot it. It'll be a boom, boom, boom. So we get to see the results in one day. But I didn't want to put too much tape on this yet because the paint ain't dry. Let it dry a couple of days, get good hard tack. I mean, I usually don't have any pull-ups, but you never know. I could pull this up and it could pull the paint right off of it. That's the noise you don't want to hear. Click, click. Anyway, what do you guys think? You think it'll be all right like this? With these markings? What would you like to see? I would, all ideas are useful. I don't know. Thank you, Mike. I just like the idea of red and white stripes. I'm patriotic, I guess. if we still have a country come summer. By the time Father's Day rolls around to go to Brodax, it might be $10 a gallon. Well, thank you, Kevin. Get that big rondelle over here. Let me show you. Let me see, is this, oh, this is a good one. This is one that I redrew. I threw that other one out. Let me pull that out. Let me show you what happened. Come on, I want the big one. And we might could show you with the little one. Yeah. There we go. Okay, this rondelle here is one that I laid out on the computer and made nice crisp lines. This rondelle here is one that I stole from the U.S. Air Force. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Any of you guys lift something off the internet and it comes in a JPEG or a PNG, which is a PNG or whatever. You got to be real careful. You got to look at it real close. Yeah, it's close to the right thing, but if you look right here, you look right there, see all the nicks up and down that? That's because they overlay 4 or 5 images one on top of the other so that it looks okay on screen, but when you pull it into a program like I got, like an SVG, scalable vector graphic, this line, when you trace image, shows up. You can't use this because I'd sure hate to see somebody do something on their airplane and think, well, it's going to come out perfect, and then have them lines nicked up like that. So when you're doing these airplanes, you're going to lift, and that includes with the decals too. The only thing that you can bring into a decal and print is a PDF, because a PDF is a printer's format. You don't want to use JPEGs or PNGs or any of that stuff. Now this one here, this rondelle is one that I spent several hours working on, as you see my computer skills making. But when you pull it out, all these lines are perfectly straight. These points are equal with the bar. So you see how this is a line that runs straight across all the way. And normally when I see these, they're off. And that ain't no good. But this rondelle goes right here. So I got to get this tip laid out where I want it. And then this one goes out to the edge of the checkerboard, so which is right here. And by God, make sure it's parallel to the trailing edge. If you put it on like that, it will look like hell. One hour, 1 minute. So there's going to be a few sessions similar to this. Probably not as rudimentary as this. We'll start taping tomorrow, but this is what you have to go through in order to get an airplane that really jumps out. Put it on there, look, sit back. I might sit on the couch tonight and look at it and go, no, I don't like that, and change it up. But I've been thinking about this for a couple of weeks. So I knew I didn't want my AMA numbers on the wing. I wanted them on the rudder. This ain't bad, Chad, where I jump in and scab on a windshield one evening. Hey, Alexander. Thank you. We ain't going to have it any other way. We Americans, yeah. Come Brodak, it'll be $10 a gallon for gas, and that's when the shit'll hit the fan. All right, guys. Fair winds, tight lines. We'll see you tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. And one last thing. Let's go, Brandon. See ya.